Hi everybody. So in this video I would like to show how the ChatGPT works in Odoo. So in this video I use the Odoo version 15. So for a background, so we are trying to use ChatGPT plus the LangChain to get the data using the agent from the LangChain to get query from the database using the LangChain. So let's start. So I already try put some question here. What is the stage and payment for status of this invoice and journal? So after I type it, and then it will have result the state of invoicing, some things like the journal entries of invoice, the payment status is not paid. And you can see that this is the same data with this one, right? So what happen if I ask for another question? For example, I ask my ChatGPT to summarize all information about invoice 2004-004, this data, right? So I ask to the ChatGPT, and then it will start to querying, and then we go. I have necessary information about this invoice. The invoice is about account move and so on and so on. So basically the ChatGPT will try to get all information about this invoice, including the data, the invoice data associated with partner vertical edit, the invoice is typed on first, and this is the amount one, and the invoice is not yet paid. This is the same data, this one, right? So the idea is, instead of we are using SQL command or whatever, when we need to query the data, sometimes we need to query data to the backend using the SQL, or maybe you just browsing in here. But using the ChatGPT, you can get all the information using the daily word, using the daily sentences, right? So the ChatGPT will summarize, will try to understand what is your question, and then will retrieve the data based on your question. So let's try again. So I want to try to list all invoice number that have product content desk, right? So what we are trying to do here is, for the ChatGPT also able to query for the relational database, right? So you can see the invoice number for journal entries where the product content desk are this kind of invoice 01, 02, 03, and 004. So basically, this is a relational database, right? Because ChatGPT also understand that you are trying to get information from the child table, right? So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just see. So you can see that there is a desk here, right? So invoice 4 also you can have a lot of person desk here, and also the number 2, and also the number 3, right? So let's try again about if we have another question, something like, okay, well, how about if we are now looking for the table? And we wait. And let's get back to here. We have 4, and then it will start to query. Okay, now the result is only invoice 1 and 4. Now let's see. 1, you have the table, right? And on the 4, you have the table. But for the number 2, you don't have any table. So this ChatGPT is able to query the database, especially for the relational database, without you know the SQL command, but you just put or type the question to the ChatGPT.